Ladies and gentlemen, fellow citizens, today we stand at a crucial juncture in our history. We face a threat that challenges not only our security, but our very way of life. This threat comes in the form of the Faraday Resistance, a communist terrorist group whose actions are not just an assault on our government, but an attack on our values, our freedoms, and our future. It is imperative that we confront this menace with determination and resolve. The Faraday Resistance operates under a banner of ideology that seeks to undermine our democratic institutions. They preach division, fear, and chaos. Their tactics are insidious, using violence and intimidation to instill fear in the hearts of our citizens. We must not allow their actions to go unchecked. We must rise as a united front to eradicate this threat. So how do we deal with the Faraday Resistance? First and foremost, we must recognize that this is not merely a military challenge. While our brave men and women in uniform play a crucial role in combating this threat, we must also adopt a multifaceted approach that includes intelligence, community engagement, and robust policy measures. Intelligence is our first line of defense. We must invest in gathering and analyzing information about the Faraday Resistance. This means not only monitoring their communications and activities, but also understanding the root causes that drive individuals to join their ranks. By addressing these underlying issues, we can prevent potential recruits from being drawn into their web of deceit. Next, we must engage our communities. The strength of our nation lies in its people. We must foster a culture of resilience and unity. This means empowering local leaders and organizations to work alongside law enforcement agencies. We must encourage citizens to report suspicious activities and to be vigilant in their neighborhoods. Education is key. We must educate our young people about the dangers of radical ideologies and the importance of critical thinking. We can combat misinformation with knowledge and understanding. We also need to focus on policy measures that address the grievances exploited by the Faraday Resistance. We must ensure that all citizens have access to quality education, job opportunities, and social services. When people feel heard, valued, and supported, they are less likely to fall prey to extremist ideologies. We must build a society that is inclusive and equitable, where every individual has the opportunity to thrive. Furthermore, we must strengthen our legal framework to ensure that those who support or engage in acts of terror face justice. This includes not only those who carry out violent acts, but also those who provide financial and logistical support to these groups. We must work with international partners to track and dismantle their funding networks. Terrorism knows no borders, and our response must be equally global. But let us be clear. While we employ these strategies, we must never lose sight of our values. It is easy to respond to violence with violence, to meet hatred with hatred, but we must resist that temptation. Our strength lies in our commitment to justice, democracy, and the rule of law. We must ensure that our actions do not mirror the very ideologies we seek to defeat. In the face of this challenge, I call upon each and every one of you to stand firm. This is not just a battle for our safety, it is a battle for the soul of our nation. We cannot afford to be complacent. We cannot allow fear to dictate our actions. Together, we must confront the Faraday Resistance, not just as a threat, but as a clarion call to unite and strengthen our resolve. Let us remember that history is not written by those who remain passive. It is written by those who take action. We are the architects of our future. We have the power to shape our destiny, to ensure that our children inherit a world free from the chains of terrorism and oppression. So let us move forward with courage and conviction. Let us work together to dismantle the Faraday Resistance and the ideologies that fuel it. Let us build a society where peace and justice prevail. Through our collective efforts, we can ensure that the ideals of freedom, equality, and opportunity shine brighter than ever. Thank you all for your commitment to this cause. Together we will prevail.